Hello everyone, my name is Tocho and welcome to Dragon Age Origins. This one has been sitting in my library for some time. I've played a little bit of it, but only through like the introductory stuff, just because... I don't know why, I enjoyed it, but I never fully picked it up. I did try streaming it a while ago, but I don't know, something about a memory leak in the game made it almost impossible to do that, so maybe it'll record better. I don't know. But let's just go ahead and pop right in with a new game. Origins is what we want, right? I'm not sure what the difference between them is. I got like a bundle pack, which I think includes everything but the latest one. And so is the Golden City, blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Okay, well. Background used left from which of 6 distinct opening stories. You play 6 different openings. You also fix how characters respond to you throughout the game. Okay. So. Yeah, male, female, human, elf, and dwarf. Some of the races have, or the dwarves have a class blocked out to them. A warrior, mage, rogue. What is this? Datish elf, city elf. Is that like wooden high elf? Okay, so hold on. They can't be mages. You can be mages. All mages start out in this tower. Okay, anyways, I'm going to skip through this because watching me go back and forth with the customization options is probably not that entertaining. So, give me a minute. I'll be right there. Okay, guys, so I'm going with this. It's a an elven mage because I think mages are the ones that get to be healers. And I'm just going to go with that because that's what I know. And I can't help but notice I can't change my last name, so that's interesting. Yeah, so let's get on with this. Ah, crap, I have points to spend. Okay, give me one more minute, guys. Okay, so I've spent my stats. I just threw them all into magic, which apparently increases, like, spell power. So, things will hit harder with me. Oh, wait, reset. I put a point to coercion. I already have herbalism and basic combat tactics, which I'm not entirely sure what that means, but we'll get to that. I get those two by default anyway, so coercion, yeah, being able to talk to people might be helpful. Usually is. And then I reset all these two. Okay, so I put a point into heal. So I have a heal. I can just go ahead and do rejuvenate also if I wanted to. Do I want to do that? A short-term boost of mana or stamina regen. Yeah, let's go for that. Just 2 points straight to healing. I was going to go with mana drain. But if I can just give myself mana regen, then... Well, it says selected ally, so I'm not sure if I can cast it on myself. Hold on. The wording is going to be like D&D kind of wording, so we've got... Let's put it back into... What did I have in mana drain? Yeah, let's do that. That way I can heal... I don't have a lot of anything else. I don't have any, like, damaging spells or anything. I have Arcane Bolt, which is a basic thing that I come with. But if I run out of mana to heal, I can just hopefully drain other spellcasters. Yeah? Oh, difficulty setting. Let's just play on normal. Because I'm a pleb.
On a cliff overlooking the dark waters of Lake Calenhad stands the tower fortress that is home to the Circle of Magi. This tower is the only place in Ferelden where mages may study their art among others of their kind. Within the high stone walls, the Circle practices its magic and trains apprentices in the proper use of their powers. But the Circle Tower is as much a prison as a refuge. The ever-vigilant Templars of the Chantry watch over all mages, constantly alert for any sign of corruption. This gilded cage is the only world you know. Found to be sensitive to magic at a young age, you were torn from your family and grafted here as an apprentice. Now, that apprenticeship is nearly over. All that remains is the final test, the harrowing.
Magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him. Thus spoke the prophet Andraste as she cast down the Tevinter Imperium, ruled by mages who had brought the world to the edge of ruin. Your magic is a gift, but it's also a curse. For demons of the Dream Realm, the Fade, are drawn to you, and seek to use you as a gateway into this world.
This is why the harrowing exists. The ritual sends you into the Fade, and there you will face a demon, armed with only your will.
Oh, dialogue options. What happens if I can't defeat the demons? That's probably good to know.
It will turn you into an abomination, and the Templars will be forced to slay you. This is Lyrium, the very essence of magic, and your gateway into the Fade.
The harrowing is a secret out of necessity, child. Every mage must go through this trial by fire. As we succeeded, so shall you. Keep your wits about you, and remember the Fade is a realm of dreams. The spirits may rule it, but your own will is real.
The apprentice must go through this test alone, First Enchanter. You are ready.
just gonna jump right into this. Okay. Throw me into a demon rolled on my first day. Okay. Base of healing. Oh, let's not do that. Okay. I'm gonna have to redo hotkeys and stuff eventually. Think I can drag that out? Yeah. Pathway? Why am I paused? Oh, spacebar pauses. So wait, how do I jump? Is there no jumping? Oh, hello. Ow. Can I not? I don't have a weapon. Here we go. Okay. Normally I'd stop to read lore notes, but I get the feeling that this is going to be a lot of them, and, well, that probably means that we should, read them anyways so that they don't pile up on us. Okay, I'm gonna need a second to get used to this. How do I make you... Yes, run an attack. Punch her in the face. Missed. Missed. Miss. No quarter shall ha! So where is Codex? Journal? Inventory? Is it journal? In the journal? This is a quest log. I do have like DLC content, but I'm not sure what all that is, so I might stumble into it accidentally. Here's the Codex. Great deal is made of the most powerful demons, those who create abominations and those who have changed the history of Thetis. It is often forgotten that not all demons are such awe-inspiring beings. Some that break through the cracks in the veil into our world are known as wisps. Sliver of thought that once was. A wisp is a demon that has lost its power. Either it has existed on our world for far too long, without finding a true host, or it has been destroyed. Often, so we've found by other demons. What remains of its mind clings tightly to one concept that created it, a hatred of all things living. While its ability to target a living creature is limited, these wisps are often mindlessly attacked when encountering the Fade. In the living world, they often have been known to maliciously lure the living into dangerous areas, being mistaken for lanterns or other civilized light sources. This does, however, seem to be the very limit of their cunning. Okay. Knight Commander Gregor? Gregor? Your magic gift was also the curse. The Circle of Magi has trained you, and the Temple has the Chantry visuals. Okay, so we've already done that. And first Enchanter Irving. If you want to survive, you must learn the rules and realize that sometimes sacrifices are necessary. Notes? What notes do I have? Oh, these are credits. Those are credits. Controls. I'm probably good on controls, magic, and religion. Among apprentices of the circles, nothing is regarded with more fear than the harrowing. Little is known about this rite of passage, and that alone would be cause for dread. But it is well understood that only those apprentices who pass this trial are ever seen again. They return as full members of the Circle of Magi. Of those who fail, nothing is known. Perhaps they are sent away in disgrace, perhaps they are killed on the spot. I heard one patently ridiculous rumor on the Circle at Rivian, which claimed that failed apprentices were transformed into pigs, fattened up, and served at dinner to the senior enchanters. But I could find no evidence that the Rivani ate any particular quantity of pork. So is there other, like, outposts of these towers? I don't need controls. What is the name of the one I'm in? Okay, right click. That's what we need. Poof. Who needs magic when you got these fists?
Someone else thrown to the wolves, as fresh and unprepared as ever. It isn't right that they do this, the Templars. Not to you, me, anyone.
You're talking, right? Is it? Yeah, I think we already got established this is the Fade. I mean, I'm not that confused. You're a talking rat. Yeah, I guess this is like a land of dreams or something, so... Yeah, I shouldn't be surprised at that. It's not right at all. I mean, it isn't really right. I mean, I understand that mages, you know, lust for power and whatnot brought about the apocalypse, but, this seems like a rather extreme measure. Not all mages, right? I will succeed, right or not.
You say that now. So have many others before you. Look at me. Look at what can happen. It's always the same. But it's not your fault. You're in the same boat I was, aren't you? Allow me to welcome you to the Fade. You can call me, well, Mouse.
You can change your shape. Shouldn't be surprised about that. It's not your real name. Obviously, you took the harrowing. So are demonic beings in this game oathbound? Like, are they incapable of lying, per se? Or everything they say has to be taken literally? That kind of thing? You took the hair. Let's see what he knows about it.
That time before.
Convenient.
They wake you up in the middle of the night and drag you to the harrowing chamber. And then the Templars kill you if you take too long, you see. They figure you failed and they don't want something getting out. That's what they did to me, I think. I have no body to reclaim. And you don't have much time before you end up the same.
How long do I have?
I don't remember. I ran away and I hid. I don't know how long. Don't waste time with that talk. You don't want to end up like this. There's something here, contained, just for an apprentice like you. You have to face the creature, a demon, and resist it. If you can. That's your way out. Or your opponents, if the Templars wouldn't kill you. A test for you. A tease for the creatures of the Fade.
Okay, I'm getting really suspicious of this guy. He seems to understand, like, key points of the harrowing, but not... Or, like, he understands what happens, like, in the Fade. But oddly enough, he doesn't understand or remember what happened to him before, so... I get the feeling this guy might be a trick. Because, yeah, if you're in here long enough, you'll start going, you know, mad, you'll start forgetting things, but he's like, oh, well, anything, you ask him about things that happened before, he's, like, gives, like, very vague answers, and then when he's in here, you'd think that if he was, like, losing himself, he'd just be, like, completely mad the whole time, but he's very lucid talking about, you know, the dangers this place poses. So, I'm not sure I should trust him.
You would be a fool to just attack everything you see. What you face is powerful, cunning. There are others here, other spirits. They will tell you more, maybe help. If you can believe anything you see, I'll follow, if that's all right. My chance was long ago, but you may have a way out.
Yeah, I'm not sure I should trust the mouse.
Spirit is not far. Don't go near it unless you're ready to fight.
Is it you? Are you the dangerous spirit? You said they're cunning.
That is where the test will take place. The creature can be anywhere, but it manifests there.
So why isn't it here? Oh, hello. Let's see if I can get myself a wand or something. Do wands exist in the Fade?
begun. Very well.
Okay, so you keep on attacking even if I tell you to. Okay, you don't just stop. There's the thing.
Another spirit this way.
Another mortal thrown into the flames and left to burn, I see. Your mages have devised a cowardly test. Better you were pitted against each other to prove your mettle with skill, than to be sent unarmed against a demon. They would have you battle a demon. With magic or weapon, to be the victor makes you a warrior still. That you remain means you have not yet defeated your hunter. I wish you a glorious battle to come.
Yeah, what kind of spirit are you?
I am Valor, a warrior spirit. I hone my weapons in search of the perfect expression of combat. Is that what your test is called? I know little of your mortal ways. I do know that a demon has been called, and told that a meal awaits. It will not, cannot leave, until one of you is dead.
Okay. So not everything in this world is a demon.
They are brought into being by my will. I understand that in your world, mages are the only ones who can will things into being. Those mortals who cannot must lead such hollow, empty lives. Without a doubt. In this realm, everything that exists is the expression of a thought. Do you think these blades be steel? The staves be wood? Do you believe they draw blood? A weapon is a single need for battle, and my will makes that need reality.
Okay.
Do you truly desire one of my weapons? I will give one to you, if you agree to duel me first. Valor shall test your mettle as it should be tested.
I'm trying to think. Should I? Yeah, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and agree. Because I have a feeling this guy is more of a celestial than a demon, so he hasn't really given me a reason to doubt him. He seems very upfront.
Battle until I am convinced you are strong enough to defeat your demon. If you do not convince me, I will slay you. Are these rules understood?
Yeah, it's straightforward.
Our duel begins now. Fight with valor!
I need you to... Okay, I've got to figure out how to get him to auto-cast.
Battle! Glorious battle!
There we go.
Enough. Your strength is sufficient to the task. The staff is yours.
Woo! Of course it is. Attack! No. Will it stay with my lead the fade? I doubt it.
I suspect not.
Oh, yeah, well.
Short of battling the demon for you. No.
And I take it you're not going to do that. It's not your thing.
May you find glory in all your achievements, mortal.
Yeah, he was very upfront and like very blatant in what he was trying to say to me, rather than the other. I have blood dragon plate. Okay, is that a DLC thing? Anyways, he seems very upfront and well, well, up front and very straightforward in what he was saying to me, not just being like, hey, you know, things could happen. Then you ask him, well, what happened to you? It's like, well, I don't know, but things will happen. He's very the mouse is very shaky when he talks, and it's gives me the idea that he's misleading me. Yeah, I can shoot things now. Woo! Alright. There's something behind me. Hello. Why did I take mana drain? Nothing here seems to have mana.
Be cautious.
I guess it'll come to bite me.
Another spirit here.
Is there?
Not the one hunting you, but still.
You know which one's hunting me. Sloth.
So, you are the mortal being hunted. And the small one, is he to be a snack for me?
I don't like this. He's not going to help us. We should go.
No matter. The demon will get you eventually. And perhaps there will even be scraps left. You'll just run away. I'll not waste time with a chase. Not even for a meal. Be gone. Surely you have better things to do than bother sloth, mortal. I tire of you already.
I love this voice actor.
I am a spirit of sloth. Yes, a creature of the Fade. Unlike yourself, mortals are ever the visitors here. Still, you serve your function. Only the mortals like yourself are truly annoying. You are aware, a mortal with power and will. The sort of creature that some spirits hunger for. I might be inclined for such a meal myself. It would be interesting to see the mortal world through your eyes, live inside your form. But I am disinclined to begin such a struggle.
Lucky me.
Indeed. Now, what do you want with me? You have a very nice staff.
Thank you.
Why would you need me? Go. Use your weapon, since you have earned it. Be valorous.
He looks powerful. It might be possible that he could teach you to be like him.
Like me? You mean teach the mortal to take this form? Why? Most mortals are too attached to their forms to learn the change.
Interesting.
You, on the other hand, little one, might be a better student. You let go of the human form years ago.
I don't think I'd make a very good bear. How would I hide?
So that's interesting. Sloth mentions that, you know, mortals are usually very attached to their forms. They don't want, or they don't really feel like learning how to change, because I guess it involves, like, especially in a place of, you know, abstract concept and will, it involves, like, redefining what your like, your self-image. But of course he's able to change into a rat. But if he is a demon, Sloth doesn't seem to recognize it, or he's just not bothered to, let on. Hiding doesn't solve anything.
I have faced more in this place than you can imagine. Fear is just one more thing. But you are right. Hiding doesn't help. I'm sorry, it's the Fade. It changes you. I'll try. I'll try to be a bear. If you'll teach me.
That's nice. But teaching... so interesting. Away with you now.
I told you he wasn't going to help us.
Yeah, just teach him.
Wish to learn my form, little one? Then I have a challenge for your friend. Answer 3 riddles correctly, and I will teach you.
I like riddles.
Fail, and I will devour you both. The decision is yours.
Yeah, I like riddles.
Truly? Oh, this gets more and more promising. My first riddle is this. I have seas with no water, coasts with no sand, towns without people, mountains without land. What am I?
Map? Yeah, map. Yay!
Correct. Let's move on. The second riddle. I'm rarely touched, but often held. If you have wit, you'll use me well. What am I?
I'm trying not to look down the bottom corner since now I know that there's multiple choice stuff happening. Rarely touched, often held. If you have wit, you'll use me well. Speech? Tongue? Yeah, your tongue? Hey!
Yes, your witty tongue. Fair enough. One more try, shall we? Often will I spin a tale, never will I charge a fee. I'll amuse you an entire eve, but alas, you won't remember me. What am I?
Okay, again, I'm not looking at the bottom corner. Often will I spin a tale, never will I charge a fee. I'll amuse you an entire eve, but alas, you won't remember me. Tell a tale, won't charge a fee. I'll amuse you an entire eve. You won't remember. Is it like a dream? Talk about a dream, right? A dream?
You
Yay!
are correct. Rather apropos here in Fade, no? But you've won my challenge and proven yourself an amusing distraction.
Yay!
So, I shall teach you my form. Now, listen carefully.
Like this? Am I a bear? It feels heavy.
Close enough. Go then, and defeat your demon, or whatever you intend to do. I grow weary of your mortal prattling.
Okay. Well, Mouse is a bear now, and he's in our party, so we have bear. And this is a dead end. Should I not have done that? I mean, I know I just said that I don't trust Mouse, but also the prospect of him turning into a bear was kind of fun. But did I just make him stronger? Am I going to have to fight him? Let's see what our codex has. Controls, not worried about controls, just shuffle through these real quick so they stop flashing at me. Anything else? Creatures. The wolf. It's rather unfair the reputation that the wolf possesses in Ferelden. For people that so clearly adore their hounds, Fereldans simultaneously harbor a distrust of wolves that borders on the unreasonable. Unreasonable, that is, if one were not familiar with the ancient legends regarding werewolves. There was a time in Ferelden's past where demons inhabiting the bodies of wolves in great numbers causing wars against werewolves and spreading great fear and panic. The werewolves were slain, but even today the noble wolf is still looked upon with distrust. An attack by wolves upon civilized folk happens rarely, often only in times of desperation, and even then only when the wolves have the advantage of numbers. This can change during a blight, when darkspawn rise to the surface. Their presence dramatically alters the savage nature of normal beasts. In Blight's past, the corruption of the darkspawn spread through the wilder areas of Thedas. It would infect the animals found there, and the more powerful of them would survive and be transformed into a more vicious and dangerous beast. A blight wolf is one such example. Mad with pain of its infection, and only through overriding command of the darkspawn does it still retain some semblance of its pack instincts. Blight wolves are always found in large groups and will tend to overwhelm a single target if they can, using their numbers to their advantage. It is fortunate that these creatures rarely survive their corruption for very long. Okay, magic religion, no extra notes. So we went up through there, and that was it. And is this... do I have a map? Go fight a rage demon.
As you say.
Well, at least he tanks. What is this? Phase of healing, twisted structure. What is the Black City? Wait. Okay. No traveler to the Fade can fail to spot the Black City. It is one of the few constants that of that ever-changing place. No matter where one might be, the city is visible, always far off, where it seems that the only rule of geography in the Fade is that all points are equidistant from the Black City. The chant teaches that the Black City was once the seat of the Maker, from whence he ruled the Fade. Left empty when men turned away from him, dreamers do not go there, nor do spirits. Even the most powerful demons seem to avoid the place. It was golden and beautiful once, so the story goes, until a group of powerful Magister Lords from the Tevinter Imperium devised a means of breaking in. When they did so, the presence defiled the city, turning it black, which was perhaps the least of their worries. Which I think they did just reference that in, they did seem to reference that in the, like, the opening cinematics. I think there was a quote that said something similar. Is that the city? I think that's the only... there's another one over there, and something else over there. So no, that looks like just other pathways. I keep trying to shift to sprint. I'm not playing Subnautica anymore. That might be a city. So why is suddenly there's a thing here?
And there is a spirit of rage.
Nope, 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 nope. Wait, I have to talk to it?
And so it comes to me at last. Soon I shall see the land of the living with your eyes, creature. You shall be mine, body and soul. They are welcome to try. So this creature is your offering, Mouse. Another plaything as per our arrangement.
Ha! I knew it.
I'm not offering you anything. I don't have to help you anymore.
Oh. And after all those wonderful meals we have shared, now suddenly the mouse has changed the rules?
I'm not a mouse now, and soon I won't have to hide. I don't need to bargain with you.
We shall see.
Yeah, I knew I should have trusted Mouse. So I should probably keep him alive. At least until he's done tanking stuff for me. Yeah. Oh, Mouse is dead. Mouse is dead. I'm dying. Hiding. I leveled. I leveled.
You did it. You actually did it.
Thought you were dead.
When you came, I hoped that maybe you might be able to, but I never really thought any of you were worthy.
When was the last time someone succeeded in this?
What? They were not as promising as you. It was a long time ago. I don't remember their names. I don't even remember my own name. It's the Fade, and the Templars killing me. Like they tried with you.
They haven't tried with me. So what is it you think you can get from me?
You defeated a demon. You completed your test. With time, you will be a master enchanter with no equal. And maybe there's hope in that for someone as small and as forgotten as me. If you want to help, there may be a way for me to leave here, to get a foothold outside. Because that is the trade-off. They can't be possessed.
Okay, I think you just skipped dialogue there. Yeah, because you're already dead. What makes you think I can help you? Like, why even bother helping me? You're kind of stuck here. And now you just want to let me in? Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Back? They killed me,
What?
right? Just like all who fail in here. They'll kill you too. Can't you feel the sword at your neck? They believe all magic evil. The Fade evil. Once you are here, you become what they fear.
Pretty sure we've had other graduates in recent times.
What? Yes, of course. I mean, I think I was. Isn't that enough? It should be enough. For you?
Maybe they are right about you.
I'm still on fire.
Simple killing is a warrior's job. The real dangers of the Fade are preconceptions, careless trust, pride.
Sir, I'm literally on fire right now. I think I have other things to worry about than you.
Keep your wits about you, mage. True tests never end.
Okay.
Are you alright?
I'm still on fire! Please let this be a thing throughout the entire playthrough. Joan? Yawan? I'm assuming I recognize this person.
Oh, I'm glad you're alright. They carried you in this morning. I didn't even realize you'd been gone all night. I've heard about apprentices who never come back from harrowings. Is it really that dangerous? What was it like?
I guess I can't really trust that I'm out of it yet. Stop bothering me. It was harrowing, haha.
They don't tell us what it's about. I know I'm not supposed to know, but we're friends. Just a little hint and I'll stop asking, I promise.
I had to enter the Fade.
Really? That's it?
Should I tell him now? No, that's pretty much it. What kind of person am I? I don't... They probably have ears everywhere.
And now you get to move to the mage's quarters upstairs. I hope I get there someday.
That's all I care about. No, I'm not that much of an asshole. I'll summon you to the test when you're ready.
I've been here longer than you have. Sometimes I think they just don't want to test me.
Maybe you're just not ready yet. It's...
The Tranquil never go through a harrowing. You do the harrowing, the rite of tranquility, or you die. That's what happens.
Uh-huh. What is the Rite of Tranquility?
You've seen the Tranquil around the tower. Like Owain, who runs the stockroom. He's so cold. No, not even cold. There's just nothing in him. It's like he's dead but still walking. His voice, his eyes are lifeless. He's been made tranquil. I don't know how they do it exactly, but you're cut off from the Fade. It takes away your magic abilities, along with your dreams and emotions.
Yeah, it does sound pretty terrible.
Apprentices can ask to be made tranquil if they fear the harrowing, but the circle also forces tranquility on those they feel are weak, and sometimes they force it upon apprentices they think might be too dangerous as mages. I shouldn't waste your time with this. I was supposed to tell you to see Irving as soon as you woke up.
Yeah, that seems a little important, don't you think? Yeah, I'll just go talk to
Better not
Irving.
keep him waiting. We can speak later.
Also, I'm still on Oh.
What do you care? Are you best friends now? I'm just curious. That Templar, Cullen, said it was the quickest, cleanest harrowing he'd ever seen. He must be so talented.
I'm talking about me.
I just know I'll be terrified when my time comes. Like Wendell was.
How do I open my
He'd throw up every day for the next...
tactics? No. Skills? Stealth talents. Okay. What do I have a level up to spend. Level up. There we go.
next week, just thinking about it.
It looks like there's subclasses in this game too. Blood Mage. Dark Lord Blood Magic. Originally learned from demons, these dark rites tap into the power of blood, converting life into mana and giving the mage command over the minds of others. Such power comes with a price, though. A Blood Mage must sacrifice his own health or the health of his allies to fuel these abilities. Well, that's interesting. Blood Magic is an interesting subject in arcane lore. We have Shapeshifters, Spirit Healers, Arcane Warriors. Oh yeah, Battle Mage is nice. And Blood Mage. Okay. What do I want to put points into? Yeah, let's just do more magic right now. These are probably going to come bite me in the butt later. I have 1 point to spend. Mana cleanse. Nullify the mana of enemies in the area. How often are we going to go up against spellcasters? Because apparently they're pretty rare. Outside of mage towers. There's paralysis, 35 magic. Oh, there's stat requirements. So putting points into magic does allow me to cast higher level stuff. Okay. Should I... Requires level 3. So they just require levels. Dispel magic. Anti-magic ward. I'm trying to, like, see what trees I want to go down to. Ooh, should I be, like, a healing necromancer? That'd be cool. I do like the idea of being a healer, but also, like, siphoning off enemies to fuel it. Should I go Blood Mage as a healer? Oh. Drain life. Let's... Yeah, do I want to... Yeah, let's drain life. It'll give us another offensive ability and we can use it to heal ourselves. Although I do want to get some support magics going. Yeah, let's just go down the healing tree first. At least for now. Okay. I'm gonna have to play around with new hotkeys and stuff eventually. What can we have a look around? How are we doing on time? About 20 minutes left. Let's see what we have. Buckle of the Winds, 3 defense. Nice. How do I get to inventory? Yay, I got a belt. And I don't have a staff anymore. Chest, but isn't chest, but is also chest. 1, 2, 3. Has an extra 2 rows on it, doesn't it? Rook, Knight, Bishop, King, Queen. Rook, Knight, Bishop, King, Queen. Nope. Okay. Wait, no. Rook, Knight, Bishop, King, Queen. Bishop, Knight, Rook. Yeah, it has 2 extra rows. Because the chessboard is 8 by 8. No more boxes to loot.
It shall be done.
Lyrium. Incorporate into potions. After inhaling lyrium dust, the user regains a small amount of mana, only spellcasting benefit from lyrium dust. Take. So it's like a weak mana potion.
I shall do it.
Yes, you open that door. So just have another look around. This is that same room I was just in, right? Yeah. It's a bit weird. Okay, so I was taken from my family at a young age because I showed, you know, potential for magic, which is surprisingly common in fantasy genres, especially when there's been like a cataclysmic event involving magic. Also in StarCraft, the ghost operatives, who are psychics, there are a similar
It shall be done.
system involved with them. They get taken from their families and trained into elite assassins for the Terrans.
Control the fire with your will.
Ooh, a magic lesson.
Flames steady. We don't want it sputtering and leaping about. That's what causes most of the injuries. Injuries?
Don't freak out. Don't freak out. If you freak out, the fire's gonna freak out.
It reacts to your emotions. If you panic, it will... No. Breathe.
Ha.
You know, in my experience, flint and tinder works just as well. Maybe we should start with that.
Wow. Okay. So all the mages here, I assume, were also taken from their families, you know, forced to raise in here to kind of control learning.
And what do you think that means? Can anyone tell me?
Hey!
Wow.
No, that's not what it means.
It means that magic should be used to help people, but we can't use our magic to force people to do what we want.
That's right. We should not abuse the gift the Maker has given us.
And that's fair. I just don't know if this is the right approach. I mean, Jesus.
All my power behind that spell, you would have been obliterated. I am not your enemy. Fear is your enemy. It is a weakness that can be exploited. Should you face a demon with your will wavering so, it would consume you. Is that what you want?
Dear God. I guess it is important that magic users should be trained to understand how to control it, unless, you know, weird things start happening that they can't control because they're not powerful enough to. But at the same time, there's this whole thing, well, is this the right approach to it? Because it also does stunt, you know, growth and learning and, you know, freedom. Is this the stockroom? Looks like a stockroom. Or Wayne, it's the guy that I was talking about.
Stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
Oh wow, you're like straight up lobotomized, aren't you? Yeah. A stockroom. I don't know what the stockroom's for. What can I buy here?
The stockroom is not a shop. Your mentor should have clarified this. The stockroom stores components used in magical and alchemical experiments. Do you require something?
I don't need anything.
Very well. Goodbye.
Okay, where am I going? I just came up that way. Do I go around here? There's no way they could possibly have gathered up all the mages. I mean, if you're like living in a city or something, then yeah, you'd be reported. But like, what about people in like rural areas who are like hiding it? That's got to be something that'll
very well
pop up eventually. Founding of the Chantry. Cordelius Dracon, king of the city-state of Orlais, was a man of uncommon ambition. In the year... Is that negative 15 or the year 15? My year 15 ancient, the young king began construction of a great temple dedicated to the Maker and declared that by its completion he would not only have united the warring city-states of the south, he would have brought Andrastian belief to the world. In -3 ancient, so I guess it's like BC. -3 ancient, the temple was completed there in its heart, Drakon knelt before the eternal flame of Andraste and was crowned ruler of the Empire of Orlais. His first act as emperor to declare the Chantry the established Andrastian religion of the Empire. It took 3 years and several hundred votes before Olessa Monstemard was elected to lead the new Chantry. Upon her coronation as divine, she took the name Justinia, in honor of the disciple who recorded Andraste's song. In that moment, the ancient era ended and the divine age began. The divine age began. Okay. Not sure what to make of all that yet. Bookcase. There was no word for heaven or for earth, sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out the first word, and his word became all that might be. Dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities, and from it made his firstborn. And he said to them, in my image I forged you and give you dominion over all that will exist, or all that exists. By your will may all things be done. Then in the center of heaven he called forth a city with towers of gold, streets with musics for cobblestones, and banners which flew without wind. Here he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. The children of the Maker gathered before his golden throne and sang hymns to praise unending, but their songs were songs of the cobblestones. They shone with the golden light reflected from the Maker's throne. They held forth the banners that flew on their own. And the voice of the Maker shook the fade, saying, in my image I have wrought my firstborn. You have been given dominion over all exists by your will. By your will all things are done, yet you do nothing. The realm I have given you is formless, ever-changing. And he knew he had wrought amiss, so the Maker turned from his firstborn and took from the fade a measure of his living flesh, and placed it apart from the spirits, and spoke to it, saying, here I decree opposition in all things, for earth, sky, for winter, summer, for darkness, light. By my will alone is balance sundered, and hence the world given new life. And no longer was it formless, ever-changing, but held fast and immutable. With words for heaven and for earth, sea, and sky, at last did the Maker form the living world. At last did the Maker from the living world make men, immutable as the substance of the earth, with souls made from dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. Then the Maker said, to you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. From the fade I crafted you, and to the fade you shall return, each night in dreams. That way you may always remember me. And the Maker sealed the gates of the Golden City, and here he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. Okay, so we just get like a straight-up, creation theory from the religion. Another book. Chant of Light, the Blights. No matter their power, their triumphs, the mage lords of Tevinter were men and doomed to die. Then a voice whispered from their hearts, shall you surrender your power to time like the beasts of the fields? You are the lords of the earth. Go forth and claim the empty throne of heaven and the gods. Or of heaven and be gods. In secret they worked magic upon magic. All their power and their vanity they turned against the veil, until at last it gave way. Above them a river of light, before them the throne of heaven waiting beneath their feet, the footprints of the Maker, and all around them echoed a vast silence. But when they took a single step towards the empty throne, a great voice cried out, shaking the very foundations of heaven and earth. And so is the Golden City blackened. With each step you take in my hall, marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sins to heaven, and doom upon all the world. Violently were they cast down, for no mortal may walk bodily in the realm of dreams, bearing the mark of their crime, bodies so maimed and distorted that none should see them and know them for men. Deep in the earth they fled, away from the light. In darkness eternal they lay, searched for those who had goaded them on, until at last they found their prize, their god, their betrayer. The sleeping dragon Dumat, their taint twisted even the false god, and their whisperer awoke at last in pain and horror, and led them to wreak havoc upon the nations of the world, the first Blights. They searched for those who had goaded them on, until at last they found their prize, their god, their betrayer, the sleeping dragon. They worshipped God, and he told them to go take down God. What? Won't need time to make sense of all that. This person.
Many have already gone to Ostergar. Wynn, Aldred, and most of the senior mages. We've committed enough of our own to this war effort.
Your own? Since when have you felt such kinship with the mages, Gregor? Or are you afraid to let the mages out from under Chantry supervision, where they can actually use their Maker-given powers?
How dare you suggest?
Gentlemen, please. Irving, someone is here to see you.
Ah, if it isn't our new brother in the circle. Come, child.
This is...
Yes, this is he.
Well, Irving, you're obviously busy. We will discuss this later.
Of course. Well, then, where was I? Oh, yes, this is Duncan of the Grey Wardens. You've heard about the war brewing to the south, I expect. Duncan is recruiting mages to join the King's army at Ostagar.
The Darkspawn threat grows in the south. We need all the help we can get. They are twisted monsters that dwell underground where the sun's light cannot touch them. They have formed into a horde in the Korkari Wilds and threaten to invade north into the valley. I fear if we don't drive them back, we may see another Blight.
Duncan, you worry the poor lad with talk of blights and darkspawn. This is a happy day for him.
We live in troubled times, my friend.
We should seize moments of levity, especially in troubled times. The harrowing is behind you. Your phylactery was sent to Denerim. You are officially a mage within the circle of magi.
I should know what a phylactery is.
You may not remember, but blood was taken from you when you first came to us. This blood is preserved within a phylactery.
So they can be hunted if they turn apostate.
We have few choices. The gift of magic is looked upon with suspicion and fear. We must prove we are strong enough to handle our power responsibly. You have done this. I present you with your robes, your staff, and a ring bearing the Circle's insignia. Wear them proudly, for you have earned them. It goes without saying that you shall not discuss the harrowing with those who have not undergone the rite. Now then, take your time to rest, or study in the library. The day is yours.
I will return to my quarters.
Would you be so kind as to escort Duncan back to his room, child? The guest quarters are on the east side of this floor, close to the library. Now, if you'll both excuse me, I have matters to discuss with Gregor.
So I think dialogue-wise, I'm going to play this as if, well, I was the character. Well, like me, the player, I'm a little bit suspicious about all, like, the political hierarchy that's happening here and, like, the oppression of mages and stuff. But, like, me as a person, if this were me, and this is all I know, I think over the years, I'd come to, like, have some kind of respect for First Enchanter Irving. He seems like a nice guy. So, you know, very thank yous, yes sirs. I mean, this is all I know. What did I need to do? Escort Duncan. Do I have to talk to Duncan?
Thank you for walking with me. I'm glad for the company. Yes? What about? It is not my place to comment. Our duty is to battle Darkspawn wherever they appear. We are elves, humans, and dwarves united by this common purpose. Some of our most honored wardens have been elves. The hero, Garahel, the last warden to slay an archdemon, was one such. The Darkspawn threaten everyone. They do not distinguish between the races, and neither should we. Has being an elf in the circle been difficult?
Yeah, why is that surprising that elves hold stature?
Elves are often treated as lower class in the cities.
Oh.
I was curious about your own experiences. Granted, the Circle Tower is nothing like Denerim or Val Royeaux, but certain opinions tend to persist. If one has always seen elves as less than human, it's hard to imagine them as something else. A good attitude, though be careful not to take it too far. A horde has formed within the Korkari wilds in the south. If they are not stopped, they will strike north into the valley. We Grey Wardens believe that an archdemon is leading the horde. Darkspawn do attack the surface in ragtag bands, but archdemons are capable of rallying the Darkspawn, turning them into an unstoppable force. A horde of Darkspawn, a veritable army. It is dire news indeed. I fear this is what we will have to face. Yes, perhaps it will be enough if we play our cards right. They usually move around in small groups, but there are always more of them, lurking underground, biding their time. We can't seem to eradicate them completely. Somehow they always come back. Avoiding a problem does not make it disappear. The Darkspawn are a real threat we cannot ignore. But standing around talking solves nothing. Let us go.
Okay. Couched in the faded true form of a rage demon is frightening sight. Think of pure fire. Its body seemingly made of amorphous lava, and its eyes 2 pinpricks of baleful light radiating from its core. The ability of such a demon center on the fire it generates. It burns those who come near, and with the most powerful of its kind, are able to lash out with bolts of fire and even firestorms that can affect entire areas. Fortunately, even powerful rage demons are less intelligent than most other varieties. Their tactics are simple: attack an enemy on sight with as much force as possible until it perishes. Some rage demon carry over their heat-based abilities into possessed hosts, but otherwise, the true form is mostly seen outside of the Fade when it's specifically summoned by a mage to do its bidding. Oh god, we got so many more things. Okay, let's just cancel out the controls ones. Characters. As creatures. Here we go. Gregor, your magic is gift. Okay, so it adds on to it. Grim and taciturn, Gregor has been Knight Commander of the Templar forces stationed at the Circle Tower for so many years that hardly anyone except the first enchanter recalls that he is not simply part of the tower itself. There is no higher office in the Circle Tower than that of first enchanter. The one who holds this title must not only be able to administer, but also a mentor, leader, and surrogate parent to all the mages of the tower. Irvin has proven himself to be all these things with an added dose of cunning. Most apprentices know that little goes on in the tower that Irving does not know. He can soothe Templars angered by some childish magical prank at the same time that he lauds the pranksters. Everyone walks away satisfied. Good guy Irving. Already like him. Sin was the midwife ushered by the Darkspawn into this world. The Magisters fell from the Golden City, and their fate encompassed all of the worlds, for they were not alone. No one knows where the Darkspawn come from, a dark mockery of men in the darkest places. They thrive, growing in numbers as the plague of locusts will. In raids, they will often take captive, dragging their victims alive to the deep ruins, but most evidence suggests that these are eaten. Like spiders, it seems the Darkspawn prefer their food still breathing. Perhaps they simply spawn by the darkness. Certainly, we know the evil has no trouble perpetuating itself. The last Blight was in the Age of Towers, striking once again at the heart of Tevinter, spreading south to Orlais and east into the Free Marches. The plague spread as far as Ferelden, but the withering and twisting of the land stopped well beyond our borders. Here the Darkspawn have never been more than the stuff of legends. In the northern lands, however, particularly Tevinter in the Anderfells, they say Darkspawn hunt the hinterlands, preying on outlying farmers and isolated villages, a constant threats. Okay, well, aside from all that lore dump, let's see if we can get Duncan. Yeah, Duncan. Let's figure out where Duncan sleeps. It's the chapel, or Wayne, Mage Laboratory. I should totally check that out. Any fun stuff in here? Storage room. Sure. List of household accounts, expenditures over time, useful for merchants, negotiating contacts, and wages. I guess that'll come in handy later. Where's Duncan's room? I should probably know that. Mage's dorm. No, right over there. Okay. So this is where I get to live now, instead of in the apprentices' quarters, I guess? We get our own room? Our own cubicle? Ooh, staff. I don't know if that's mine to take, but it's mine now. Acolyte staff. Wait, hold on. 2 spell power. 2 spell power. So I already have that. Where's my stuff though? Okay. So spell power is the more potent thing. 1 magic. 4 damage. Penetration 50. Yeah, let's just go with the acolyte staff for now. And I got a new set of robes. Yeah. Ring of Study, +1 magic. Okay. So that's all the stuff that Irving just handed me. Oh, that was just a another staff. Okay, and Duncan's room is right here.
Thank you for escorting me.
Yes, Johan?
I'm glad I caught up to you. Are you done talking with Irving? I need to talk to you. Do you remember what we discussed this morning? Shh! I just want to make sure we're not overheard.
Why?
We should go somewhere else. I don't feel safe talking here.
You seem a little unhinged.
I've been troubled. I'll explain. Come with me, please. We should be safe here.
We can see the door from here. If anyone comes, we'll change the subject.
A few months ago, I told you that I met a girl. This is Lily.
Jesus. My condolences, Lily.
Very funny. Remember I said that I didn't think they wanted to give me my harrowing? I know why. They're going to make me tranquil. They'll take everything that I am from me. My dreams, hopes, fears, my love for Lily. All gone.
You can't feel sad about it.
They'll extinguish my humanity. I'll just be a husk, breathing and existing, but not truly living.
So why are they going to force tranquility on you?
I saw the document on Gregor's table. It authorized the right on Jowen, and Irving had signed it.
There's a rumor about me. People think I'm a blood mage. They think that making me a circle mage will endanger everyone. Of course not. But it's not safe here for me anymore. I need to escape. I need to destroy my phylactery. Without it, they can't track me down. We need your help. Lily and I can't do this on our own.
Give us your word that you will help, and we will tell you what we intend.
See, I doubt that Irving, for at least from what I've seen of him, I doubt that Irving would just, you know, sign a death warrant on someone without actually looking into it. Gregor might. But you said Irving signed off on it, so there must be some kind of substance to this.
If we tell anyone, Lily will be punished. If you care about what happens to me, help us.
Yeah, sure,
Thank
I'll
you.
help you.
We will never forget this.
Yo, and you're very whiny.
I can get us into the repository, but there is a problem. There are 2 locks on the phylactery chamber door. The first enchanter and knight commander each hold 1 key. But it is just a door. There is power enough in this place to destroy all of Ferelden. What's a door to mages?
We have no choice. We cannot get our hands on both keys. I once saw a rod of fire melt through a lock. You could get one from the stockroom, but Owain doesn't release such things to apprentices.
We should stay here. 1 mage at the stockroom will attract less attention than a mage, an apprentice, and an initiate. Good luck. Our prayers go with you.
Okay. Bound in blood and magic. Okay, that's a little ominous of a quest title. Where's out? This way's out. Okay, so that's all I think we're gonna have time for today. Getting involved in some kind of weird love affair. And I'm not gonna talk to Irving just yet, because he might ask me about what's going on here. But we'll continue on with this next time. It's this is apparently one of 6 introductions. So I guess the Mage Tower's one of, well, obviously the Mage Tower is one of them, but I'm kind of curious as to what the other introductions are. Because they would all have to, like, meet up somewhere, right? Anyways, that's all we've got time for today. I'm already loving this. Just the aesthetics, like the massive lore dump that we already have, the world building that's going on, Irving. Well, we'll continue on with this next episode. Remember to leave a like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!